Greetings, students. Beta Class 8. We are discussing Chapter 3 of Geography, that is Mineral and Power Resources. And yesterday we have started conventional sources of energy. Now let's start with coal. Coal. This is the most abundantly found fossil fuel. It is used as a domestic fuel in industries such as iron and steel, steam engines, and to generate electricity. Electricity from coal is called thermal power. So, underline this. Hanji, you have to start with the electricity. Electricity from coal is called thermal power. So, underlined, Hanji. So, this coal it is found abundantly. It is used for domestic fuel also, as a domestic fuel also in industries such as in iron and steel, in steam engines, and to generate electricity. And the electricity that is produced with the use of coal, that is called thermal energy or thermal power. The coal which we are using today are formed millions of years ago when giant farms and swamps got buried under the layers of earth. Coal is therefore referred to as buried sunshine, and this is also a very important point. Which mineral is known as buried sunshine? That is coal. Coal. It takes millions of years for the formation of coal. When huge ferns and swamps they got buried under the layers of the earth, after millions of years, the fossils of the animals and these plants, they turned into coal. So coal, because this is buried under the earth surface, it is called buried sunshine. Why it is called sunshine? Because it is of great use in industries and in day-to-day life also. So it is called buried sunshine. The leading coal producers of the world are China, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. The coal producing areas of India are Raniganj, Jharia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. So these we will do in map work also. So there we will discuss these again. So these are some of the important areas where the coal is found. Next is petroleum. So better you know that petroleum, it is petrol, it is used in our day-to-day life. So what is this? See, petroleum, the petrol that keeps your car running, as well as the oil that keeps your cycle from squeaking, both begin as a thick black liquid called petroleum. So it is found between the layers of rocks and is drilled from oil fields located in offshore and coastal areas. This is then sent to refineries, which process the crude oil and produce a variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastics, and lubricants. So petroleum, this is a crude form. This is crude oil, and when it is refined in refineries, then we find or we get petrol, diesel, kerosene oil, then different types of wax and plastics. And petroleum and its derivatives are called black gold. So underline this also. Petroleum and its derivatives are called as black gold, as they are very valuable. Hanji, underlined? Good. The chief petroleum producing countries are Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. The other major producers are USA, Russia, Venezuela, and Algeria. The leading producers in India are Digboi in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. So, as this is found in between the layers of rocks, so it is drilled out as we get water through bore well. So, with the help of drilling machines, this is obtained, and then through pipelines transferred from one area to another. And it is also called black gold, as it is very valuable, costly also. Okay, then after we discussed about some of the important areas of the world where it is found, and some areas of India like Digboi in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and deltas of river Krishna and Godavari. Now, natural gas, CNG, you might have heard about. Hanji. So, natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. You understand it? Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. So, it is found with the petroleum. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Russia, Norway, UK, and the Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. So, these are some of the areas or the major producers of gas. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura, and some areas offshore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. So, these are some of the areas in India where we find natural gas. Next is very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reserves of their own. So, next, the sharp increase in our consumption of fossil fuels has led to their depletion at an alarming rate. Beta, we have discussed earlier also that we are using our resources recklessly and very fast as comparison to their formation. It takes millions of years for the formation of these resources or these fossil fuels, but we use it fast. The toxic pollutants released from burning these fuels are also a cause for concern. Unchecked burning of fossil fuel is like an unchecked dripping tap which will eventually run dry. How a good example is given. If we keep on wasting our uh, these fossil fuels, it will be like a dripping tap. Listen beta, if there is a tap and if it is leaking by drop by drop, then there will be one time when there will not be even a single drop of water in the tank. So if we will be using our resources with a fast pace, there will be one day very fast, there will be one day when we will not be having any resources. That is why it is said that carpooling is better, And then even if we should use cycle, or we should go on foot if we are to go short distances. Don't use our vehicles when it is not required. So for short distances, we people can use bicycle. These are some of the ways by which we can check this unwanted use of our resources. This has led to the tapping of various non-conventional sources of energy that are cleaner alternatives to fossil fuels. So this is also there, that when we know that these resources will be out of range, or out of our reach one day, this will be exhausted. So we are finding some other, or some cleaner sources of energy these days. So what are these? We will discuss so later on. Beta see, this is all for today, and read this. If you have any question, query, you can discuss with me in the class. Have a great day.